Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this week's video I head to the Eddystone Lighthouse targeting some black bream and sea bass. Once again the waters were absolutely packed with life. There was sardines, mackerel, we saw seals, pilot whales, dolphins, and Matt even got to experience his first sight of a tuna underwater. I do a small catch and cook at the end of the video and also spend the evening on the boat, so make sure you hang around to the end to watch all of that. Just so you've got some sort of idea on how lively the water is at the moment. All of this rippled water here is fish, and obviously the seagulls are then diving down on the fish, and underneath all of that again is bass pushing them up to the surface, and then the seagulls are feeding on the bait. But a pretty cool sight to see.
Hello mate.
So with the bream then, I don't know how other people manage to spear them, but the bream will come along with the bass and they'll be there about 20 to 30 seconds after the bass have come in. So you've just got to hang on to your breath long enough to wait for the bream to come in. So on this occasion I went down again on a ledge and found a nice shoal of bass, and knowing at that sort of depth, I think I was about 13-14 meters at that sort of depth out at this reef, then you know you're almost guaranteed that some bream will come in at some point. So this one came in, actually spooked him off a little bit, as you can see there, put himself broadside, and I managed to land a good shot straight through the eyes, I think it was. So unfortunately the next shot on the bass wasn't actually recorded, I don't know why. I'll give you a small explanation as to what happened. I sat on the ledge. This was actually the ledge where Matt saw a tuna, but I'll come on to that a little bit later. Funnily enough, the biggest one out of the lot was the most curious for some reason, and normally the other way around. But this bass came all the way in and was literally at the end of my spear, and I ended up taking the shot before it turned broadside, but it was never getting away. It was a good holding shot. So the seals are completely harmless and they won't threaten you in any way, but they can give you a bit of a fright when you're not expecting them, and that's exactly what happened to me. Probably seen just then from the video, got one lovely looking bass and two black bream. Save the bass for when I get home and cook up the sea bream tonight, just simply because the bass is too big. There's only me tonight, so you know, one sea bream, maybe two if I'm feeling quite greedy, and then we'll see from there. Is it exciting?
So, I mean, you just know, you don't expect to see something that big in the water, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because when you showered up and you're like, oh mate, I was like, what's going on? And then you're like, it's tuna. I was like, fuck.
Absolutely amazing. I'll never forget that.
So one thing to take in mind, especially when you're at the Eddystone or any marks where commercial fishermen are fishing, is to be respectful of them. They're out there fishing is their job, and the last thing they want is spearfishermen or people getting in the water and scaring all the fish off. So just be mindful of them, be respectful, and I'm sure you won't go far wrong. I actually changed my mind where I was going to anchor the boat tonight. I was going to do it out on the beach, but the wind picked up a little bit, and I didn't really want to take any risk, so I've moved back in on the mooring. That's my my little setup. And the cooker down there, little chair, a poncho set up, and I'll be sleeping in here. Not much room. Couple of cushions. Not all the room in the world, but there's definitely enough space. I've slept 2 in here before, so it's fine with just me. Okay, I've just woken up. Quite a good sleep, although I did wake up when the boat touched the mud and tilted over, but that's all right. But it's an absolutely lovely morning this morning. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions relating to this video or spearfishing related in general, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. If you're new to the channel, or if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. So I'm going to do a little preview of next week's video. This is quite an exciting one. I pulled out an absolute monster of a lobster from a hole. I went out with my mate Bill and we went to a local spot. I've actually been to this lobster hole before, and there's been one in there. And then I decided to have a look in a few holes and came across this absolute monster of a lobster. The size of it. I mean, its big claw is bigger than my hand.